One, this is Connie, and this is for a week one discussion for ITL 606. And for this week's discussion, I'm just going to be using the example they gave us, and I'm going to be doing in terms of I'm the teacher. So, with the understanding that cooperative learning and strategies didn't really work and everything like that, and with using a story that they already knew to have prior knowledge and to make sure that they had sure mastery of the content. I'm going to keep that the same. However, I'm going to be changing my grouping strategy. A way that I wanted to regroup them was by using a learning together strategy. So for this, it's going to be using a small group. They're given an assignment sheet and they could complete that however they want because as the learning together, they have the ability to solve this in more than one way and showing us more than one way what happened. So with this, students will have to come up with a plan and improvise and everything. So this is open to open interpretation of how they learn this. So with the lesson, it's literacy elements on plot characterization, rising action, climax, falling action, and resolution, all those. And so I would have a chart given to them of the things that they need to be able to identify for me. And in using this, I will give them hints of how they could do this. Like they could make a historical event, a reenactment of it. They could do a game out of it. They could create like fictional events of what happened during this time, like a timeline. Um, and they could do so much more with it. They could even go into it as if they were the one there and do change up point of view about it um and get those little details within in each of the things that they have to hit. And that way each person has a role and they're being actively participating because it can't be seen as a whole unless everyone's participating. So that's how I would change it to ensure that my students are engaging or trying to engage. As I know my students, this is something that they're a book that they already know or a text they already know. So there shouldn't be anything that the student be like, I don't know how to read, I don't know what the book is about or anything like that. As this is already prior knowledge to them, they're familiar with it, and all they have to show me is that they understand the comprehension of the book and those little elements that I'm asking them about. Because most of this will be them showing me how they understand how to do that. So that's why I want to go with the learning together strategy because they're all doing this to show me what they all know and each little bit of what they want to add in and everything will be a part of it. And so there won't be anyone left out. And that's the plan. And when you were generally doing this, um, you want to let them know there's more than one way to solve it. There's not one correct answer because they're showing you how they are interpreting the learning content and how they are learning it and what they grasp. So you want them to show you what they know. It could either be based on the grading. I'm not too sure how it would be done. Maybe based on how the quantity of the information or the quantity of how much they could tie it all back together as a group, or maybe when I've been investigating, if I notice that more a couple students worked more on it compared to others, I might do individual grading on it, just because I don't know how the students will particularly engage in it. So this is to bring more engagement in it, but just based off the grading off the bat, I wouldn't know until I observe all the students and how they are. And these teams are temporary. These students are just put together and they all have different levels of reading because uh, there are students in ELA, so someone be hired to help out those who are a bit lower and have them grasp some understanding of how they are viewing this and the reason why they're viewing this to make sure that why they want to do it a certain way. And then the low levels could tell the high levels what they're struggling on and how they interpret it, these literacy elements. So then they could help each other without me having to intrude every 5 seconds. So all of these mixed levels are there to learn from each other at the same time, work together and create something that they feel like is how they interpret it. And that's what I would do to redesign this lesson on literacy elements. Thank you.